Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. And y'all know what this is. I'm trying to put my lipstick on. Hold on, y'all. Trying to put lipstick on and talking at the same time doesn't work. Okay? But anyway, hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. Okay? And this is a live episode chit chat of the Love and Marriage Huntsville. You know, it was a good episode to me. I liked it. I was like, okay, it gives me some season 2, season 3 vibes, when people was getting along, a little bit of fussing, but when people still was able to get along, and not everybody just not talking, okay? But I hope everybody has had a good weekend so far, okay? A good weekend so far. And will have a good rest of your weekend too, okay? Now, I need to do a couple things. First, make sure to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, okay? It's always the thing to do, okay? Do not forget to also follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG and also on Twitter. Okay, Do not forget to also like the video, comment in the comment section. Also share the video on your social media because it's greatly appreciated. Okay, now look, I am here. Hi. You know what I'm saying? I had forgot to comb my hair today because I didn't have to. That was like a girl for me on camera. We had it hat on, hair is still hanging out the back. But, okay, we here nonetheless. Okay, anyway, look. As I said last week, somebody needs to be held accountable, and I still feel like that somebody is Wanda. Okay, I still have not changed my mind. Okay, it is still Wanda who needs to be chin checked, and I don't mean like punch in her chin, but I mean just like somebody to be on her face and say, "Mama," me and Tisha. Stop it, okay? Because the only person who can really check Wanda is her damn daughter. That's who needs to do it, okay? That damn daughter, okay? But hello to everyone popping in. Yes, let's get this tea started. So I think it looks pretty good. I love what Marsau co-sound mail about the damn mama, okay? But hi to all the people. Hey, ma, that is my mother, okay? Hey, ma, and stuff, okay? Welcome round here. Okay, hello to people. Hello to all those who are watching the live. Thank you to all of those who are also going to be watching the replay. Okay, because we all know YouTube take time to tell y'all that I'm live. So sometimes y'all don't know. Y'all think gonna watch the replay because y'all weren't here or whatever. But again, we're gonna so get into what we came here to get into. Now, I know I have to because I have not been live on since Wednesday. I took Thursday off, I took Friday off, and now we're like, I just want to chill out. Okay. But I will be live tomorrow. Tomorrow we will have. I'm trying to share my screen because I didn't download it. But tomorrow, we love you. Tomorrow, you're only a day away and stuff. Okay, but I'll be live tomorrow for a gossip chats. Okay, a little Sunday shenanigans. Okay, tomorrow. And what time I put it? At 5 p.m. Eastern time. Because a little bit stuff been happening. Okay, little bit. So we will talk about that stuff tomorrow at 5. Okay. And I have not set my what is it, Potomac Housewives thing yet because I don't know if I'm gonna be live on Sunday night or if I'm gonna say that's up Monday evening. We shall see. But go around my channel now, y'all, and watch my content. Okay, there's tons of content around there. Okay, it's tons of it's always content. If y'all ain't got nothing else to do, if you ain't to go watch the things. Okay, all the things. Go watch all of the what? The things. Okay, do that. If you ain't check out the community, always go to the tab. Okay, because I be saying stuff in the tab. Okay, you have to know what to do. Make sure to be on the tab. Okay, you see stuff on the tab. I be talking to y'all on the tab. Okay, but I'ma leave that be. Okay, and if you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Okay, do that up in here. Okay, up in here and stuff. Okay, I am back. I am back. But let's get into the episode. As I said, it was a good episode. I feel like a lot of things were discussed that need to be discussed. I feel like a lot of things were addressed that should be addressed. And I'm happy that nobody it wasn't no fight or of no kind. You know, it was it was cool, calm, and collected. Now I think next week and some upcoming stuff may be a bit different, okay? Because we see extra people coming around next time. We see that, but I'm gonna let that be too because you know you never know. Okay. Anyway, now we know also the reunion was taped this weekend in LA. Okay. We've seen a couple of the looks, okay, from the reunion. Um, this was only episode 7. Was episode 7? Yeah, and Carlos said that it's 15 episodes. So we have a couple more episodes before we even get to the reunion. But I'm happy to know, like, girl, the crazy part is I just wonder what other foolishness is gonna happen between now and when we see the reunion, because I feel like so much can go on in these next 5 to 6 weeks that we would love for that to be addressed on a reunion. But I feel like whatever is happening over the next 5 to 6 weeks will probably be a part of next season because OWN did already renew the show for a new season. They renewed this show. They reviewed Love and Marriage DC. They reviewed. They renewed this show, Love and Marriage DC. They also did Bell Collective. I think they also did Put a Ring on it, but I'm not sure. I know they just told us today that Ready to Love new season is coming in January. So, I'm like, it's a lot, okay? Also, if y'all do not know, I'm tipping my toe back into other reality show reviews. I'm going to review Love During Lockup. And I'm either going to do Black King Crew or something else. I can't think of the other show. But I'm going to probably have those reviews up on like Tuesdays. Okay. So yeah, it's an active cast. It's a very active cast, always up to some shenanigans. Okay, yes, it was a great episode. I love seeing Tiffany talk about their business. I mean, Tiffany bored me, but I'm gonna leave that be. Anyway, there was a couple of new not reunion, girl, damn it, a couple of new interview looks. Okay, we have Maurice and Kimmy. Okay, and they're pink. Now, I think we know already that Kimmy has some kind of cancer scare battle situation that they're not directly addressing, but we see a preview of a conversation been had. We saw a preview with the trailer. I said we seeing her bowling for boobies, so we're alluding to or assuming that there's some kind of form of cancer being addressed. They're here in their pink. Okay, her cute pink dress, him with his pink tie. So again, you know, it was what it was. It's gonna be. It's gonna be. I like both of their looks. Okay, Maurice looks very, very thick right here. Okay, is he working out? I don't know. I see a little bit of muscle tone. I don't know. Anyway, but they're cute. Kimmy's hair and makeup is cute, cute, cute. I love it. Okay, with a nude pink lip, it's cute as well. So again, they out here, since styling and profiling or whatever. Okay, now we also had Tisha and Marsau. Okay, around here as well. Now, I did not like their outfits as much. It just for me, look, men who wear shoes with no socks, I don't like you. I don't like you. I feel like you should always have socks on and shoes. You should when you are wearing a suit, whatever shoes you're wearing with a suit, I feel like it deserves socks. I just do not like seeing men's ankles and like your feet bare under your feet gonna be sweaty. If you're not in some slides or something that's supposed to be like sockless, I just don't think that suit shoes, okay, fancy shoes that you wear with suits. I just like to have socks on. And I hate the pants that come up. I was like, what are you doing? And then I also feel like it may be the lighting, but I don't like the pants. Don't look like it match the jacket. I guess your tie is supposed to be the pinkish stuff that matches Tisha's dress. Again, the pink part for me means they probably, some breast cancer or cancer awareness. Okay. Tisha dress, I don't mind it. It looked like, look, if you ever seen the movie Queen, by Alex Haley, whatever, the dress looked like something they would wear in those days. Okay, it looked a bit pilgrimish around the arms. I mean, it's cute, but I still feel like, was that a pilgrim? I don't know. Her braids are cute, okay? But again, something about all this is mismatched. It could be how they sitting. It could be because her braids are on top of the dress, and I don't know, the braids should be pushed back somewhere and whatnot. But again, I'm gonna leave that be. But Marsau, looks really, really perturbed right here. I can't remember what the conversation was, but anywhere I go, I want them to stop. Okay, just stop. Cause I don't know. Cause she looked fancy dressed up. He looked like he just mismatched. I don't know, and I just do not like the hair on top of the dress. I would have loved if the hair was pushed back or even pulled up in some kind of way. I don't know, but something is off the dress. And the dress, girl, I'm gonna let it be. It may be cute to stand up though. Anyway, let's get into the episode. Okay, so the first thing we see was not Tisha, Mel and Stormy. Having a conversation and everything. Okay, cute, 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 cute. You know what I'm saying? Look, Stormy is a business woman. You hear me? A business woman. Okay, and her and Mel meet up because Mel is trying to do some new photos for her, her facial line, the Seventh Avenue stuff, and of course Stormy is great in that and everything. Stormy was in how she got more doors and stores, meaning she got more product in the stores. Okay, and how great how great she feels about her accomplishment and stuff. Okay, great, 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 great. So they go from I'm talking about my damn notes because I know what happened. Anyway, they were talking, having a conversation, okay? And so Story brings up how, I met with Destiny. We met up, what I'm saying, to kind of talk about whatever's going on. So we kind of squashed our non-beef. I feel like everyone feels Stormy and Destiny never really had a beef. They had an argument, yes. They went back and forth, yes. But it really wasn't about much of nothing. And I wish Destiny was able to move past it as quickly as Stormy was trying to move past it. But when you fuss with somebody and that other person's holding on to it, you kind of don't want to like let it go a little bit. You want to give them the energy they give you, or just not even engage at all. And for me, I feel like Destiny just likes holding on to shit, and I'm wondering if it's because she don't have nothing else going on. Okay, that's my wonderment. Okay, but I like her point and saying like you said, Mel. Me and her don't really have no beef. Okay, so things are cool. Okay. I did not want to be a thing of like, you know what I'm saying, if we're around each other, I'm coming around or whatever with gifts, being genuine, and I'm being given a cold shoulder. Like she did at the damn Madani thing. Okay. But I mean, it's like, look, I don't see myself wanting to be her friend. Okay. We can be cool and not be no issue, but I can't see myself right now being friends with her. Okay. Meaning I can coexist. We can be on the show. I can say hi. She can say hi. It won't be no tension, but I won't say she my friend. I won't say that. And some people don't like Stormy. I like Stormy, but I think it's because one, when we interviewed her, she was cool. Uh, I follow her on social media. She gives herself a lot of spotlight, meaning she's not shy about letting us know who she is. She's very personable on her social media. So I like Stormy. Okay, that damn Destiny, I don't know much about her. Okay, but again, Mel, like I'm great. It's great that y'all like mended things because I wanted y'all to be on good footing. Um, but that was that. Okay, now she's busy. I talked to Tiffany. Okay, and in that conversation, Tiffany told me things that Destiny said and how she basically blamed you for the fight at the Madani. That she said that you made a beeline to Wanda, which is what started the shit. And I was like, because Destiny's full of shit. And I mean that in the best way. Why am I? Is this Connie? Is this my Connie who was here today? Is this my Connie from here today? Because I had a Connie here today. Is you my Connie from here today? Let me know. Because you could be a different Connie, but I don't know. Anyway. um, but again, Daphne trying to make it seem as if it was Mel's fault about thing or whatever. And I feel like because Daphne's full of shit. She's always full of shit, and that's the crazy part. Now, what I like was we didn't see. Okay, we didn't see Mel kind of get all into it with it, get all upset about it. I expect you. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised because she don't like me. So I'm not surprised that she was around here, you know, blaming me for shit because she don't like me. I say, well, you know what? That's what Destiny does. Destiny is on a mission to make sure I need other people to not like Mel. Like I don't like Mel, okay? And that's the great part. Well, you know what, Connie? Welcome nonetheless. um, but it's stupid how Destiny really is blaming Mel. Right, when she wasn't outside. Okay, she was in the thing. Okay, so you blaming somebody mainly because they was there. That's it. And then telling other people who wasn't there that it was Mel to make them feel like Mel is a fucked up person. Again, that's what we call sabotage. That's what we call bullshit. That's what we call destiny. And like Destiny, I think Destiny feel like on social media at least, people don't like her because they like Mel. And it's like, no, no, no. People don't like you because of you. People don't like you because you are so standoffish and guarded, and it seemed like you want to create drama with Mel because that helps you have a reason to be on the show. Because truth be told, you don't show shit from your own life. And all of your conversations with other people are about you beefing with Mel. So I feel like if you kind of stop beefing with Mel, you and Mel not gonna really have no scenes hanging out together one on one, and you know that. So I think Destiny's plan is it's easier for me to stay mad at Mel because then I'm the victim. Because then people can make it seem as if Mel is always fussing with somebody else. I'm like, no, this time girl is you. It's you. Okay. And as much as people tell you, girl, just live your life and stop being upset with Mel about y'all friendship not being a friendship no more and move on from that. But you holding on to that shit. And by telling Tiffany it was Mel's fault, it proves a point and you want to blame Mel for anything because you don't like that lady. Okay. And when Mel brought up how in all these years of them on the show and all these things, like a fight has never happened. Because no one has ever gotten into a fight like the men did. It was really the men. So it's proof that it's really Wanda that caused the drama because I wasn't even in that shit. They were discussing what Wanda said. Okay. So stop trying to blame me for her shit. Okay. Leave me the fuck alone. Okay. And when Mel said, you know, I don't have drama with everybody. I do not have drama with everyone. Okay, I'll be minding my own business. Okay. However, they had drama with me. If you come for me on social media, I'm going to eventually check you. And I think it's the thing. I think Tisha and Mel's beef from like around season 2, that's one thing. Mel don't have beef with Kimmy. She don't have beef with Stormy or even Tiffany. She have more beef now with Tisha because of Wanda. She beefing with Destiny because because of whatever. But I do feel like I'm not saying Mel innocent. I'm not saying everybody be fucking with Mel. I'm saying when shit happened, I do feel like a lot of them hold on to it longer than Mel do. And then when Mel choose like ignore people, they then say, "Well, see, she throw a rock and had her hands." I'm like, no, I think I see her. She throw a rock. I see it. But recently, it is more people having an issue with her and how she responds to their bullshit. But that's just my opinion. Again, but I'm like, girl, you know what I'm saying? I like this scene. Okay, a good conversation was had. Wasn't no shade thrown. Okay, and this I don't mind this kind of shit. Okay, it's kind of cool. Now on to the boring people. Okay, who I still don't get why they here. Why are they here? Someone tell me who ordered a Tiffany and Louis? Who put that on the menu? Who said yes? This is what we want to see. A married couple who don't really show shit. Y'all are just a couple version of Destiny. I don't get it. We have Destiny who don't really show nothing from her life. And then we have Tiffany and Louis who show us a facade of what's supposed to be marital issues. And first of all, you know, Tiffany was talking about her business. Girl, look, this is how much I was not. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I wear glasses. I am a black person who wears glasses or whatever. And that's what she was talking about. I did not care. I was like, why is she talking about what? What? We don't have glasses, right? Okay. I feel like because I know nothing about her, nothing about Lewis, whenever they come on screen, I give up. I stop listening. It becomes want, 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 want. That's all I hear. And while she was speaking of her business, I still felt so bored. I couldn't listen. I couldn't comprehend. And I'm very smart. I was like, what glad I'm like, so black people glasses if it are face differently. Okay. I was just so unenthused. And then Lewis walked in. I was like, oh Lord, now I'm more bored because your husband then walked in, and then Lewis talked slow a little bit. And I know I talk too fast a little bit, but y'all like me talking fast. Okay, I talk fast and it's entertaining. He talks slow, and I'm like, Lewis, speed it up. Lewis, and I mean this in the best way possible. You know, Jack and the Beanstalk and the giant. Lewis is the goddamn giant. And so when I see Lewis, all I hear is feed, 5, 4, fun. And that's it. That's it. And I just don't want it. I don't want it. Okay. And it's weird because I feel like had they came in season 1 and wasn't on that we're so transparent bullshit and did not get us to like not liking them. Okay. Now he's a no, now he's a lost Levert. We don't want him. Okay. But had they not came in last season and been on bullshit, we may have been interested this season if they were really honestly trying to have a baby. But a part of me feel like no, they just wanted to have a conversation on camera, everybody having a baby. Because that means okay, it's content. It's like, no, I don't want it. I don't want it. It's boring. And then he came in, I was like, y'all flirting? Even a flirting seems staged. And I don't want to be so negative about them because Tiffany seems like a great person. Lewis seems like a great person. They seem like good people, but boring and liars. Because y'all were so transparent. We have the best communication. We're oh so transparent. Blah, 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 blah. Shut up. So Lewis come in. And now she wants to talk about them having a baby. Now, the fact that she said, we got together, we both agreed that we did not want children. We agreed that we would not have kids. But I want to kind of go back on that. I want a baby now. I have a doctor's appointment to get my IUD taken out, okay? And you know, I'm like, what? If y'all can't agree on the IUD coming out, should y'all be after the baby? You don't have time to have sex with that man. Should y'all be having the baby? Y'all are boring us. Do y'all want to have another baby on camera? Please stop it. Just stop. And then not only, I just want you to be on board with the baby. So I'm either gonna go to the doctor, take my IUD out, or I'll get a new one put in. Okay? I was like, why are we here? How do we? What are we here for? Okay? And then even her like, look. The first time I got pregnant, I did not plan to be a mom, so I don't want to plan it this time either. Okay, I'm not gonna slow down. Okay, I know we didn't want more kids, and I know that in my mind. Okay, so how about this? I'll take my IUD out. Okay, and if we get pregnant in like 6 months, you know what I'm saying? We get pregnant. If we don't get pregnant within the 6 months, I'll put it back in. And I was like, girl, I don't believe you. It's just something. It doesn't even. Like, I don't know if Tiffany not a good actress or if Lewis ain't either. I don't know. Because when one of them says something and the other one either agrees or I'm like, I don't believe either one. I don't believe her. Tiffany probably don't even have an IUD in. They probably use condoms. Okay? And so I'm like, is you lying? And then Father said, well, you know what? If I take it out, that means it's unlimited sex for 6 months. And I was like, but if you're too big, girl. Yes. And when she kept repeating how she did not plan her first baby. So why? I was like, stop saying that. Stop saying that. Because a lot of people do not plan to get pregnant the first time. Okay. A lot of people do not plan that. But that's not a reason to not plan the second child you want to have when you are married and a fucking adult in your 30s. You can have an active plan. Even if you like, no one can say, you know what, I'm at it today and get pregnant today. You can't do that. But you can say, you know what, I'm too busy to have sex with my husband. So maybe I need to find a time where I'm not as busy in my professional life to plan a child. So my child ain't born out of chaos. That's my thought process as an adult. If you want kids, you make the proper doors open so that it's easier for that to happen whenever it happens. Because she could want a kid and not get pregnant for a year. And even if I'm gonna take my IUD out and I'm gonna wait for 6 months, that ain't how it works, mama. Because you may need 8 months if you've been on if you have been on birth control of a form for so long, your body sometimes will need the chance to kind of wing it. It may take time for the pregnancy to happen. So all of the shit that Tiffany say and that Lewis say as grown adults who already have one kid apiece, it don't make sense. It doesn't. Because this is my question. If you do not have time to have sex with your husband now with an IUD in, you going to make time now with it out? I'm like, look, the deacon board of the Grand Theft Auto Church of old people making dumb decisions. If the deacon and deaconess is around here want to lie to us, I'm gonna let them lie, okay? Because I don't pay the bills. But the audience don't believe it. We don't like it. It just don't seem right. I really want somebody. Look, I need someone to put hidden cameras and Lewis and I'm on hidden. I don't want them to know. I need to be hidden. Okay, record them for up to 6 months. Now look, don't record no sex stuff. Don't be nasty. Don't do that. Okay, I want to see how they genuinely interact as husband and wife when they assume that nobody is looking. A part of me feel like this whole just I don't know how they come off don't seem authentic at all. Like Lewis talk like he already know what he gonna say before he say it because he need people to believe what he gonna say is true even if he think it's a lie. And that's how he talk. And then Tiffany to me is looking like I just want to talk. I just want to be like heard. I want a baby. I want a job. I want this. I want that. And I'm like, are you really around here wanting to have a baby to say the marriage? Like, do Tiffany feel like me and Lewis could possibly divorce? I'll be single. My child will be in college, and I'll be by myself. But if I have a baby, even if me and Lewis divorce, I still have that baby. And Lewis would have to probably at least talk to me, regularly because of the baby. And I do not wish to divorce upon nobody. But a part of me feel like, are you doing it because you feel the need to have somebody around you in case you become lonely? But, I mean, I'm leaving them be because it was what it was. Okay, now the rest of the episode was, the meeting of the people. The meeting of the original six. Okay, so everybody on their way to the thing. Okay, now first we had Kimmy and Maurice. Okay, so as everyone is dressed in a little suit and dress, getting all dressed up, looking cute or whatever, and when Kimmy and Maurice is in the car talking, I said, "What Nola say? No, what you done said now? Let me see. Planned pregnancy only work on." This is fucking true, okay? That is, and rappers, that's it, okay? But Kimmy and Maurice, in the car talking or whatever, because we see each couple, two couples, and then Martell and Mel talking before getting to the restaurant. Now, no one, because Martell called the meeting, and no one fully knows what the meeting is about. Okay, so they're talking, what could it be about? What could it be? And he said, well, who knows? Kim said, it's probably about the shit that's been going on. Okay, it's right about that shit. Oh, so people can stop fighting. Well, no, maybe Wanda. Well, Maurice said, well, no, Wanda and Marsau and here. But I said, girl, stop. Okay. Anyway, Kimmy, like, look, you know, we've all been friends for a long time, and no one ever really fought. The fact that people still trying to not say Wanda and what Wanda said, and people having to either defend Wanda for what she said, or who are pissed at her for what she said. Wanda is the goddamn denominator in the middle. Okay, period. She's the common denominator in the middle of it all. Period. So I'm like, stop trying to split hairs. Don't do that. When Maurice said how everyone's fighting, okay, but it's an outside source escalating stuff, okay, escalating. There's a rift between everybody. Okay, it's been a consistent thing of getting worse and worse and worse, okay, and it's only going to get worse if we don't stop it now. Now, and Kimmy said some of the best shit I ever heard. Kimmy said a lot of people be tossing jabs, okay, but we're never taught on how to take a jab. And I'm like, now look, while she did not say who she meant, I feel like she meant Wanda. Because Wanda, in my opinion, be the main one not being able to take what she gives. Because Wanda, for the main point, is the one always talking cash money shit. So even though Kimmy did not say Wanda's name, I feel like she meant Wanda. Because Wanda will say stuff and then get mad that somebody replied to her bullshit. Wanda will say stuff. Look, for those of y'all who don't know, Wanda was consistently live every Sunday or Monday after an episode aired. And in her talking of the show, she would always talk cash shit about whoever it was that was beefing with Tisha. And not even about the show itself, but I mean talking about the person. Period. And I think it's easy for people who watch the show, who don't see what Wanda does online, to make it seem like Mel be doing bullshit when she get mad at Wanda. But I'm like, no. Wanda was talking cash shit about Mel. Wanda was on live talking cash about Kimmy at 1.2. Each of them, Martell, Marsau, that's what she do. Now, she then said, little shade gets tossed and people get overly offended. Now, that part she could have meant male, because meaning Wanda saying fan your babies made her get overly offended. But I'm like, look, my stand, and we don't know who Kimmy meant. Let's put that out there. But in my opinion, she meant Wanda. That's what I said. Okay. Anyway, now we do see Tisha and Marsau in the car. Brad and Ron, okay, on their way to the place. Now, this is the gotcha. Okay. Tisha and them talking or whatever, and now they both make the agreement, like, we're not gonna lose our cool. We're gonna stay cool, calm, and collected, because we're not gonna get pissed. We're not gonna do it. Okay, you're gonna keep our cool, okay? And he asked her, well, how do you feel about, seeing Mel for the first time or whatever? And Tisha said, well, I don't know, because I'm saying the last time I saw Mel, you know what I'm saying? She was on my face, okay, jumping out her car, okay? So I don't know what my mama said. I don't know what would have happened. So let me call my mom. And I feel like, so you mean to tell me you haven't had no conversation with your mama about what she been saying? And this is the gotcha. Tisha aggravates me because she fully defends her mom, but don't be knowing what mom be saying. Can you imagine going to court and being an eyewitness for an alibi for your mama, and then the damn lawyer play a fucking video of your mama doing the exact shit she's accused of? That's how dumb Tisha will look when then be arrested. Just stupid. Okay? Because ain't no way that I have not had a conversation with my mama about what happened for her to be about to fight somebody at the damn beauty supply store. But whatever, okay? So Marsau say, but you was there. Because teacher point is, I had to call my mama because I don't know what really happened. Okay, I don't know. And this fool said, he said, but you was there. Marsau said, but you was there. Like, who you gonna believe? Your eyes or your mama? And she said, well, I got to call my mom. He said, oh, okay, right. Because your eyes could be misleading you, but your mama would never lie. I said, want to be lying. Okay. So it was funny to me that he got like, why call Wanda when you saw what happened? You saw it. So you call her for what? So she can lie to you and you can then defend her lie? Okay. So when she called Wanda and Wanda lied again. No, I said stuff about her last baby. Okay. Because she said your daddy was in her DM. So I said, Wanda, you a fucking lie. Wanda may have meant a whole bunch of shit. But what Wanda said was what she said. And what she said was about that damn last child that Belle birthed. You hear me? Period. And can't nobody tell me different. And this is the gotcha. Even if your mama meant something else, it don't matter because what you said is what offended somebody. So teacher, stop being a punk ass bitch, and I mean that respectively. Trying to defend your mama's fucked up actions, I mean that disrespectfully, and address can you imagine someone saying, you offended me? And then they then say, well, I don't know how because I meant something. It don't matter what you meant. You said this and I took it this way, and this is how it made me feel. To not acknowledge that makes you a fucked up person. Because the only reason we are going around and around and around is because Tisha and Wanda and Maurice, and Marsau are trying to defend what they're saying Wanda meant. And that's only after Wanda said the shit, it played out on social media. It was a huge backlash, and she's now changing what she meant and what she said. Because as a reviewer and a follower of the bullshit, and as a person who covered what happened after the fight happened in real time, and the lives that Wanda did then, and the lives I saw her do, girl, you meant what you said. And now you caught. And when Wanda said what she meant, the fact that Tisha then gonna say, well, because Mel be rephrasing stuff, so we gotta handle that. Meaning, my mama said she said 2 + 2 is 4. Mel felt like my mama said 4 times 4 is 16. Okay. And so Mel fucked up the math, is what she said. No, bitch, your mama lying. Period. Because why try to make it seem like Mel is offended over something that Wanda never said? That's the part that pissed me off. Okay. Anyway, so we do see Martell and Mel talking before, they get there, whatever. Martell is at home and Mel is in the car driving. Okay, they're talking or whatever. Now, again, Martell is the one who called the meeting. Okay, called the meeting. Now, he like, hey, Mel, well, hey, Martell. How you doing? Okay. So, they both agree that, this meeting has to happen, okay? How, things have to be hashed out between the original 6, okay? And not really with Wanda. They don't really need Wanda here because we know Wanda's on some bullshit. Okay? And so Martell asked, he said, look, I'm calling the meeting on our behalf and on the behalf of our kids. Now, again, this is why I feel like this was an amazing episode because we see this could be starting points of everyone at least getting on a cordial basis. Meaning if they have an event, everybody can be there and ain't no bullshit. Like nobody has to be buddy, but we do not have to have so many broken up scenes of like 2 people here talking, 2 people there. Like it's always like 2 and 2 and 2 and 2. It's Tisha and who was it? It's Tisha and Marsau. It's Mel and Stomach. It is Kimmy. Like it's 2 and 2 and 2. I'm like, COVID is over as far as people being able to gather in groups. So like, a little bit more, okay? But he asked Mel, you know what I'm saying, because of this thing of them to meet up, whatever, if she can be open, okay, to some kind of friendship, okay, with the Scots mainly. And she said, well, you know what I'm saying, like moving Wanda out the way will at least relieve some tension, okay, in the group. But as a friendship, no. I was like, come on now. She said, this is basically a business meeting. I was like, because they co-workers, they work together. And I agree with like right now, no, I'm not trying to be friends with any of them. I can't see that right now. Mainly because they keep backing up Wanda's bullshit. Period. If they were at least able to acknowledge, you know what, Wanda went too far. And Wanda going too far, which offended someone, caused this big dust up. If they could at least acknowledge that, I think Mel could at least be open to sometime down the line being friendly. But the fact that at least Tisha and Marsau are on bullshit, in my opinion. And I respect Mel for saying, no, I don't know. I'm not looking for that. This is a business meeting. We at work. Period. First of all, fuck coleslaw, okay? She not on the show. So we don't care about coleslaw. We not gonna compare Mel and coleslaw. Don't do it. Leave it be. Have a blessed day. Anyway, um, we can't do that. Anyway, so again, when Mel said how you can't use someone's children as a way to attack them, that's insane and some bullshit. And I agree. Period. Nobody attacks coleslaw who are kids. We attack coleslaw for coleslaw and her foolishness. Period. So fuck coleslaw on every day, every way. Okay, it ain't the same. It is not. No one attacks her children and to get at her. People directly address coleslaw. With Mel, Wanda would say stuff about Mel's and Martell's children to piss them off. That's what that is. So this, look, if anybody around here looking to protect or defend coleslaw, you are in the wrong corner of YouTube. Go to a different corner. We don't have that here. Not here. No ma'am, no sir. Okay. Leave her be in her corner. Okay. Anyway, so everyone gets to the place. Okay. And I'm like, okay, they all here. It is all, simply elegant. Okay. Everybody is in their suits and their dresses. Okay. And it was a great thing. It was a great thing. I'm like, okay, they're all in the same place. They all walked in, nice. They all hugged each other, you know what I'm saying, a little dap or whatever. Even Tisha and Mel gave a hey girl, and you know what I'm saying, cordial. Meaning we can sit here and film it, and it ain't that big of an issue. If it's something and we all around here, I can sit here and be cool, but you can't be around here backing up your mama bullshit and then think I'm not gonna cuss your mama out. So Martell, okay, so let's get to the point of this, you know what I'm saying? This was to discuss, you know what I'm saying, the altercation and like the altercation, all that happened like adults. Because at the Badani, nobody was able to have an adult conversation once the temperatures got high up. Higher. It was like at that point, it was all done, okay? And so he said, I like this too. Martell said, look, everybody played a part in what happened that day. So this is the way to just talk it all out, okay? I'm like, yes. Now we see all the prior times they've all came together for some kind of meeting or dinner, or whatever, and how an argument happened here or there. And to me, that meant, see, they fussed before and it never escalated above, you know what I'm saying, a little fuss, a little argument. That's okay. And so when Tisha said, Martell, you want to start? Martell said, your mama need to go. Your mama needs to go. Leave. Be done. Okay. I know you love your mama. I love her too. Okay. But your mom triggered a lot of this bullshit by crossing boundaries. And the fact that Tisha looking around like, my mama, your mama's a whole problem. Your mama is a whole problem. All up and down. And Tisha at every point, and this is the gotcha. This is the reason why I feel like Mel said no, it's a business meeting. Because Tisha at every point tried to defend her mama's antics or blame somebody else for. I was like, no, suck it up and admit your mama is a bullshit starting, gel hair weave wearing, loud Alabama suit wearing, crawfish and baked potato cooking, back alley fighting, crazy person. And the fact that everyone sitting there knows it and you know it too, but you too pussy to call your mama out on her wrong. And look, ain't nothing wrong with a parent defending their child. We get it. Parents are going to defend. My mama gonna defend me to the death, but my mama also gonna tell me if I'm dead as wrong. And at some point, you have to let the parent like, mama, just stop. And your mama should respect you enough to stop. Wanda don't respect Tisha. Tisha don't respect Tisha. Because Tisha allows Wanda to disrespect Tisha. And not only does Wanda disrespect Tisha, she also disrespects Tisha's husband, Marsau. Which does what? Disrespect Tisha's marriage. Even if we all feel like Marsau ain't shit, that's her daughter's husband. Who we see she not leaving. So if you gonna stay with that damn man, because that's your choice, your mama should respect that. But she won't. So Tisha don't respect Tisha. Wanda don't respect Tisha. Okay. Wanda also don't respect Tisha's friendships. Because Wanda has also fussed with who? With Marsau, with Kimmy, and with Mel. So Wanda don't get no fucks about ruining or causing more strain on friendships and relationships that her daughter had. So her mom makes them worse. Okay? But Martell, like, look, you know what I'm saying? You can't address people's kids and want to control how they react to you. That ain't how any of this shit goes. You can't do that. You hear me? And first she talked about our kids' hair. I checked her on that. We seen a flashback to that whole thing. When Wanda compared the Holt's children's hair to Tisha Marsau's kids' hair. Saying how Martell and Mel kids would be jealous because, you know, the Scott's kids' hair is better than their hair. Okay. Yes, Ashley, Mel and Martell walked in as a united front. And Tisha Marsau, not so much. And the fact that Martell and Mel both said, you know, regardless of them being divorced or whatever, you know, we here for a reason for our kids. And I can respect that, okay? Now, so again, he was the first time that she talked shit. I checked her on that, okay? And thought we would not be here anymore. But here we are again. Okay? And this time she was on live and kept talking shit, even though y'all keep singing she wasn't talking about her kids, talking about Mel. That ain't true. Because again, when Martell said, I know my kids belong to me. So that now includes me. I said, now Martell, what I will say is you being messy as fuck and being on Heavenly Live and trying to talk around when Cole had abortions, you're talking about how Mel had abortions too, whatever. You not being direct in your conversation, trying to be messy to make Mel seem like she was just as bad as you is what caused Wanda to even have the nugget to say this. But I also would say Wanda still should not put her foot in nobody else's parental, maternal DNA testing business. And Wanda trying to make it seem like, well, I go on my live and say this shit. I don't bring it to TV. You think people, see, that's the thing. People do things when they think no one's watching. I watched the live because I would post them. No, he was, the reason I say that he was not direct was because he was talking as if he did not want to say that Mel had abortions. But for you to try to indirectly accuse Mel of cheating on you and then using the abortions as saying, well, she must have been cheating on me and got pregnant by somebody else, and that's why she had abortion. So him even trying to be indirect about that is what caused the bullshit. Because as he said today, he knows his kids are his. I think he also knew Mel was not pregnant by somebody else. Mel did not want any more children with Martell because of his bullshit. But even though he was confusing a little bit, he did fully say, I played them before, he did fully say, no, my 4 children with Mel, those are my children. He clearly did say that in the live he did with Heavenly. Period. And we know because that live was from, I believe, like 2 years ago when he and Mel was first divorcing. And we know when him and Mel was first divorcing, Martell was a lunatic. He was right. He was very bitter then. And he was saying anything to make Mel look bad then. And people who watch the show know that. I think Mel know that too, and that could possibly be why she don't really even talk about what he said then, because they were in a horror. We could not stand Martell at that point in time. So we all know where Wanda got the ammunition from. However, how she used it, the reason she used it, and now her trying to lie and backpedal and pussy pop is the bad part. And Tisha know this, but Tisha's on bullshit. But him saying, look, I know my kids belong to me. Okay, so when you speak on them, it includes me, and children should be off limits. Period. Now, Tisha, I agree that they should be off limits. But I talked to my mom, okay, and she never said a name. I was like, Tisha, bitch, girl, you work on my nerves. Because again, you hear what they're saying. You hear exactly what their point is. And you keep trying to defend your punk ass, gangster ass, crip walking ass from the other side of the tracks ass, fish grease on her fingertips ass, okay? Riding around and getting ass mama to make you feel like she ain't do shit wrong when you know she did. You spend more time defending her lies than you need to. Because if you acknowledge, okay, she should not have mentioned your kids, who the daddy was, none of that shit, and leave it at that, you would not keep having to have the same defensive ass conversation about your punk ass mama. And I mean that respectively. But because you keep fussing and fussing and fussing is the bullshit. And for you to say, my mama never said, because Wanda said to her, I didn't say, Wanda, fuck you too, respectfully. To say, well, she never said a child name and she was talking about Mel cheating on Martell per what Martell said in the interview. I was like, Tisha love, this is my opinion, Tisha love bringing up Mel and Martell cheating stuff, in my opinion. And I say lies, because I saw the lie Wanda did. Wanda in no way tried to Wanda in no way tried to make it seem as if she was speaking about kids that were never born. Because who would have to find a baby daddy for a child who was never born? Who would have to find a child, the father of an aborted baby? Now what? Let me know that, Wanda. Let me know how would Mel go about finding the baby daddy of an aborted baby? Let's be honest. If she was really talking about finding the baby daddy, you have to have a child, has some DNA to find the baby daddy. So that don't make no sense. 4 plus 4 is 8, not 32. So Tisha and Wanda's defense of, oh, she meant the kids that she had, girl, bull of the shit. Bull of the shit. Okay, so Mel to her confessional says how, excuse me, they full of shit because Wanda was screaming at the Madonna event that I should find my baby daddy and how Martell shouldn't get a DNA test right. So the gotcha. Y'all up here trying to defend what Wanda said when Wanda her mouth kept going further and further into what she meant because saying the baby looked like the other guy. What baby? Did you see the aborted baby, Wanda? I didn't see that. Did you see it? I didn't see it. I don't think Martell saw it. So how can you say that Martell? No, her words were Mel do need to find her baby daddy. Martell need to get a DNA test because that baby looked just like the other guy. Said it on camera in front of everybody. So at what point did you mean the aborted baby? Hmm? Hmm? And when Mel then said, well, at the reopening, okay, of Bonani, she said it was my first time seeing Wanda, so I went and I addressed her. Period. And when Tisha gonna say, you and my mama, y'all be going for tit for tat. Okay, y'all be, saying, you said things too, Mel. Okay, neither y'all are innocent, and it's like at this point, Tisha wants to blame somebody either instead of her mama or with her mama, and she can't accept what someone is saying that your mama actually did that offended them because it included their children. So to go from your mama said this and we all heard her say this in front of everyone, your response is, well, Mel, y'all be going tic-tac. No, bitch. Your mama keep talking stuff and I kept letting it ride until I stopped letting it ride. And the gotcha is, Mel, in my opinion, showed Wanda grace as long as she felt like that's a girl mama. Fuck her. You know what I'm saying? And Mel got tired of respecting Wanda when Wanda showed no respect back. And she then would respond back here and there to Wanda. Period. And so Mel said, no, we don't. We don't go tic tac. Okay, I have been respecting and not responding to your mama until I saw the video of her calling me bitches, hoes, and wild animals on Carlos' show. We then see the flashback of Carlos King's little talk show shit of Wanda sitting there talking cash money shit about Mel. Not only that, she would talk cash money shit about Mel on her lives. And Mel said at that point, I responded on Carlos King's show myself. She sure the fuck did, okay? And when Maurice, old bald head ass, gonna say, well, man, you could have called Wanda. You could have called her. Mel said, I don't have her number. I don't have her number. And he said, well, you know what? Well, if you had it and you were sorry, whatever, like, how would you, what would you have done? And she said, I would have done the exact same thing regardless. I mean, I wouldn't change me walking up to her and checking her. And then Marsau, I agree. I said, nigga, what? You agree? Okay, yes, Nola. Mel's silence was not appreciated. It was taken for weakness and had to be chin checked. Nobody cared when Mel wasn't responding. No one cared when Mel was not directly responding to Wanda. As soon as Mel was responding, after Wanda had been doing it for a while, then they made it seem as if Mel and Wanda be going back for no, 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 no. Mel had, I'm telling y'all, I really wish from season like 2 up until currently, if you go to Wanda's page on Facebook and just go back, because some of the old shit still there. You would see every fucking Sunday or Monday she was live on her Facebook page talking cash money shit. Cash money shit. No one cared when Mel, because people would say Mel would use folks to do her whatever, do her business or whatever. Mel just would not respond. And then when she did start responding, oh, nah, she owed Mel the evil one. Oh, Lord, this and oh, Lord. I'm like, man, look, bullshit. So when Marsau said, I agree with Mel's actions. Okay, he then says to Maurice, who was to me trying to see Maurice, he tried to be a logical one. Because Maurice is older than Marsau. Marsau is the baby brother. And to me, Maurice is trying to make it seem as if with Mel, maybe you should not have came to fuck that. Fuck that. And when Marsau said, Maurice, you did the exact same shit to Tiffany last season when she spoke on your son. I was like, bitch, he did. He did. Maurice literally checked Tiffany and Lewis at an event, I think at Black, because Tiffany spoke on Monster and that damn vape pen. And he got caught smoking. Okay? He said, you confronted both Tiffany and Lewis. And only because Lewis wasn't drinking, you know what I'm saying, did y'all not, have a fight. That's the only reason things were calm. Because Tiffany was so calm, so it never got elevated. And if you really look at the live footage from Mel, even not even the live footage, but also the episode, Mel did not get turned up until Wanda got turned up, and Mel kept matching her energy. And so Marsau saying the exact same shit that happened with Wanda and Mel is what was happening with you and Tiffany, except Tiffany did not act like Wanda. No one in that situation acted like Wanda. Wanda turned up, made everything go left. And the fact that I was like, Marsau had a whole ass point. He like, if Lewis had been drinking, had he had liquor in him, y'all would have been tussling. Meaning, Marsau had been drinking. That's why he and Marsau, because we kept on saying that Marsau looked a little bit tipsy. He had been drinking. And when Maurice then say, I wasn't going to hit Tiffany, and they, Marsau and Kim, you both said at the same time, and Mel wasn't going to hit Wanda. And that's the gotcha. People try to make it seem as if Mel went there to fight Wanda, and she did not. She went there to verbally check her ass. Period. And my sole point was, you were trying to make it seem as if Mel did something different than what you did. You went to an event where you knew Tiffany and Lewis would be, and as soon as you saw them, you checked them. The same shit that Mel did. The difference is Wanda ass got turned up, and that's what went left. Mel was not gonna hit Wanda. Marsau said it, and so did Kenny. And we know for a fact, Tisha and Maurice believe, I'll at least say Tisha, they know Mel was not trying to fight Wanda. They knew that. Period. And they say, so when Maurice said, I wasn't going to hit, they said, right, because Mel was not going to hit Wanda. And Marsau said, but you would have hit Lewis. And they all laughed when they all knew he was right. And Maurice looked stupid. I said, Lord, when Marsau makes a point to prove Mel and Martell right, and also discredit his wife's mama, I say, bitch, it's a good day. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. Because it was absolutely right. The only reason, if you like or don't like Mel in general, it don't matter. If Wanda had not turned up how she did, came from background that goddamn tent into Mel's face and kept getting more and more and more turned up, it would not have went left. And the fact that Marsau and Kimmy both saying Mel was not gonna hit Wanda. We knew she was not gonna hit Wanda, period. And then Marsau drives the point even further. He say, hey, I got a question. For everybody. Has Wanda ever said anything about anybody unprovoked? And then kept going in on them first without them even replying to her or going at her. She kept going. I was like, bitch, not calling his mom-in-law out, because we know for a fact, yes, she's done it about every season. I mean, they say, yeah, she dated. And they all say, yes, she had done it. And it's always for what? In defense of Tisha. Meaning, just as bad as Wanda is as bad as Wanda is, her actions, Tisha allowed her mom to do it in her name is even more stupid. And Marcel, like she did me, she came at Kimmy and Martell, their kids. So they like, she has done this to people, meaning Tisha trying to make it seem as if, well, y'all, it ain't about that. Wanda would go at people simply in defense of Tisha. And anything she do, she would make it seem as if she's right because I'm defending my daughter. And when Kimmy then said off some else too, like all last season, Wanda was beefing with Kimmy. At Jalen's fucking housewarming, she called Kimmy a bitch. So Tisha's defense, everybody, well, man, no, what? Okay, so what about your husband and your mama, or Kimmy and your mama? And Kimmy said, yes, me and Wanda had issues all last year, and Mel was the one telling me it's gonna be okay, it's fine. Don't respond because that's somebody's mama. Meaning, if you really said I was going back and forth with your mama, why would I tell Kimmy to not do what I'm already doing? The fact that Tisha came trying to defend Wanda and Marsau came in guns a-blazing, pulling out point after points on what his mother-in-law does that causes discourse is amazingly hilarious to me. And he then said how, I don't want my kids around her because how she acts will affect my children. Because this is the gotcha. The reason Tisha thinks that how Wanda acts is normal because she was raised around it, and she think ain't nothing wrong with that. Other folks who see Wanda and find her funny and entertaining is because y'all saw that toxic ass shit growing up, and you think it's cool, and it isn't. Because it's the difference between being funny and funny shit and then crossing the boundary. And Wanda consistently crosses the boundary all over there. All over there. And when Maurice then said, Wanda has been rewarded for her antics. Okay. She's been doing it consistently. Okay. Meaning Wanda be on her live. Wanda used to be on lives and nobody watched. And then people started watching and liking her bullshit. It's the equivalent of bad behavior keeps growing and being more and more bad behavior because you feel like those watching you encourage your bullshit. And so you don't care how callous or how misguided or how horrible what you say about people makes them feel. You gonna do it from a gutter place and not get no fucks. And Maurice pointed out that she's rewarded for her And it also to me means she on the show and no one is checking her like we should because that's somebody's mama. And she's been on it because it's been consistent since the show has been on, and her live get her attention because that's where it came from. Now, this was the gotcha for me. What Tisha asked then said, well, I actually don't listen to my mom live because they be long or whatever, so I never know what she said. I said, bitch, what? Tisha, bitch, count your days. Because you sitting up here defending your mama and you don't even see this. I always say, I have a disdain for people who has access to see exactly what someone's talking about and complaining about and just won't take the time to watch it before speaking on it in defense or acceptance of it. That's why I don't go live with shit that I ain't seen. I don't comment on stories I don't know about. Because, look, even if she lying, Nola, you stupid as fuck. Because if you have not seen her shit and you defend her blindly because she's your mama, you're stupid. If you have seen what she said and you're lying, making it seem as if you have not seen it, you're still stupid. You're a goddamn oxymoron. Because I can care to, you know what I'm saying? Tisha cannot control Wanda. She can't. Nobody can control anybody, but you can control their access to you. You can control what energy you allow in your space. And if your mama is knowingly going live every week talking cash shit, so much so that you are too tired or bored to want to sit and listen to it, mama, you can't come around me. You can't come film me. You can't do it. I don't have time to watch your goddamn lives to figure out what part I can defend, what part I cannot defend. So either way, you sound stupid, Tisha. To admit on the show, whether she's lying or being truthful, to say on the show that you've never watched her live because they're so long, so you don't know what she said. You look stupid. Because what adults defend shit, they don't know what they're defending, even if it's your mama. The fuck? Do not defend your people if you have not seen what you are defending. Again, if your mama is in court or whoever is in court being accused of a crime, you cannot say, well, I know they didn't do it because this, that, or the other. And the video plays of them doing exactly what they're accused of doing. You look stupid. And if you recall, in the earlier seasons, Wanda wasn't in so many episodes. Wanda would pop in and pop out. She wasn't on every episode or whatever. She would come in a little bit and leave. But then when it was a little bit of Wanda, not that much, it wasn't that bad. It's when Wanda was consistently going at somebody in defense of Tisha that she got more camera time. She kept going live more. And it got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And now we see it turned up to be a fucking fight with with everybody. So Tisha, you been a grown ass 40-year-old woman with 3 kids and a grown ass bald head ass husband defending your mama who's around here offending your fucking castmates. You look dumb not addressing it properly. And a lot of folk like to compare Mama Joyce, Candy Mama, with Wanda. The only reason I feel like Wanda is worse than Mama Joyce, and I think I've said it before, is because nobody listens to Mama Joyce. Todd and Candy currently does not allow anything Mama Joyce say to effectively affect their marriage. She say bullshit, Candy ignores it, Todd ignores it, and it's like whatever. They don't allow it to break up their marriage. Whereas what Wanda says causes conflict with whoever she's talking to. She's at conflict with Martell, with Mel, with Kimmy, and with Marsau. Tisha allows her mama to cause conflict. Candy allows her mama to talk shit that people ignore. That's the difference. And when Mama Joyce tried to fight Carmen with that damn shoe in the bridal store, Candy at least held Mama back. Oh, she had her back, okay? But again, to me, Wanda is worth it. That's my opinion, okay? So the Scots bring up, you know what I'm saying? You know, Marsau and Maurice, how, look, we don't listen to Wanda live either, okay? We also don't listen to our brother Mark. You know, Mark go live too. Now, the fact that Mark would be, girl, they gonna have Mark on next week's episode, bitch. If y'all thought Wanda was a mess, Mark is worse than Wanda. Fully. You hear me? But they both said how, you know, Mark be going off. He was mainly upset this recent time because Ms. Van denied, you know what I'm saying, being with him at the reunion. And that's the latest bout of Mark going off on social media. Mark was saying some horrible shit. Okay? Some rude stuff about the lady mom and about Mel too. And yeah, Mark is worse than Mama Joyce, than Wanda. Okay, this bad. This bad. Okay, he has no filter, and both Marsau and Maurice admit they can't control him. Like he's a whole other beast. He's worse. They agree that Mark is worse than Wanda, and how they can't control his online rants or whatever. And Mel said, well, before the reunion shit, he was already online talking shit. So don't blame what my mom said at the reunion as what caused shit. He was already saying shit before that, and he was. But nobody was really paying attention because it was like he's the other brother, whatever. That'd be that. Okay. So Kimmy make the point to what that means, like Tisha need to control Wanda and y'all need to control Mark because Tisha, that's your mama, and Marsau and Maurice, that's your brother. So y'all need to control your respective family members, okay, around here. And you know, they like this Mark do the same thing they wanted to do. So, you know, Kimmy was like, how are we here having a full-fledged conversation about Wanda, but not about Mark, who was worse? And I was like, the fact that we went from Wanda messy ass to Mark, I'm like, girl, oh, this is. But yeah, right, Andy. Kimmy was right. The difference is Wanda is on the show. So Mel ends up having to be around Wanda from time to time. Mark had never been on the show before now. Nobody even knew about the other brothers. Because Mark has never been on the show. The other brother was Micah, who we've seen before. But we'll see Mark for the first time next week. Look, Mark on some bullshit. You hear me? But they're like, we can't control Mark or Wanda because they're both older. Like they're old in their ways. That's their older brother. Okay. And like we just can't, you know, we just can't. we can't control him. We can't. And I'm like, it's not even about controlling people. Because Mark antics about Mel and Ms. Van is some complete bullshit for him. Wanda be saying shit that she hear online from other folks trying to defend Tisha, and that be the bullshit. Okay, right. Mark is a loose cannon. Mark is a loose cannon, and truth be told, they probably wanted to leave him off the show entirely. That's why nobody's brought him up before now. Mark was talking shit 2 seasons ago, and none of it made it to air. It was until the reunion where he, you know, said shit, and then when they kind of brought him up on the show, that they had to speak on him. But Mark had been going live saying crazy shit about Mel and Ms. Van from 2 seasons, like 2 seasons ago. It started then. Well, no, when I say a lot of them have had their family around. We don't know who they are. They're not talking. That's what I mean by he's not on the show. Like that's what I mean. But I don't think they want him on the show because he's a loose cannon. You can't control him. Like Wanda, to a certain extent, you can control because it's because of the camera. But Mark will go on social media and girl, I stopped I think I posted one of his lives and everything from there. I'm like, it was too messy. Cause listen to me, I don't mind a little bit of mess, but I don't like all the mess. I try to keep my channel, you know what I'm saying, as clean as clean as it can be. And Mark be on some girl, right? He be Mark be on some bullshit. So I've always tended to not even comment on what he said, his live, because I've seen it and I'm like, he just is messy. It's really, really messy. Okay, it's bad. It's bad. So they all sitting there and they kind of all come to the agreement. Say, look, the six of us have to, like, you know what I'm saying? We don't want you to get worse. Okay, so we can't not control ourselves or whatever. Can we run up how, the six of them have never gotten into a fight? We have never gotten to a point of wanting to fight. Okay, never, ever, ever. And that's because, you know what I'm saying, we still have a form of respect. Tisha, shut up. Because if you had some respect, you would not be fussing with Mel and Martell about your mama speaking on the damn kids' paternity. You would say, Mom, don't do that. I don't know what you said, but don't say it again and don't keep digging into it. Leave it be. Leave it be. Okay. Mel bring up how we've had fallouts before. We've had fallouts, heated discussions, but we've never had a fight, and we've always usually been able to move forward. And I do think at one point, a part of me feel like Tisha can't move forward with Mel because, one, Tisha believes Marsau cheated. She don't want to admit it. Tisha also believes, in my opinion, that Mel owes her some apology for some reason, and she just won't let the shit go. She feels like Mel was the mastermind between Martell saying that Marsau had 20 women, and she can't let that shit go. Also because her mama keep pushing her head. So I really feel like even Tisha and Mel could have been on cordial terms, hanging around each other, whatever. Not friends, but like this on the show or whatever. Okay, if it's an event, we can all be here. Ain't a big issue, whatever. We're not friends, but it would not have been so bad if Tisha was not holding on to the fucking 20 women comment and feel like, man, I'm trying to ruin my man. Girl, no, your husband tried to ruin your marriage. Okay, so they have had arguments over the past five seasons that they've been able to move past stuff. Because at one point, Tisha and Timmy was beefing. You know what I'm saying? So I think at some point, everyone has had a beef with each other. They had to move past. So truthfully, seeing this dinner, they ain't no food. They ain't food. I ain't see no food. It might have been drinks, okay? But them sitting there having this conversation made me feel optimistic about the next season because I do not want to see them have these same conversations and these separate conversations of playing telephone tag. I really want them to be able to show how, okay, Tisha and Mel ain't friends, but they could be in the same room. And this showed me it can happen. Because if they remove Wanda out the bullshit, so Tisha not having to defend her mama, she may be able to have a conversation with everybody, and it ain't no tension and no bullshit. Now, the gotcha is going to be Destiny, because Destiny is also holding on to shit because she ain't nothing else to do. And if Destiny try to keep feeding the bullshit to Tisha of not trusting Mel, that's not gonna help them move forward. So to me, Tisha has to be smarter than the average bear and not allow Destiny to further pull her out of trying to be just cordial with Mel. Because when Mel and them, when they all walked in, they all hugged, greeted each other, hellos. None of it, in my opinion, seemed fake. And I'm willing to bet my life if Destiny was at this dinner, it would not have went so smooth. Destiny is not in a place to be around anybody. Destiny, in my opinion, is going to ruin shit. Us seeing the original 6 was amazing. Tisha did have she did. However, I still feel like the conversation went well. People disagreed. People called, you know what I'm saying? I thought at the end of it, it was a starting point of moving past and shit. And I also feel like, Marsau calling out shit that Wanda did just to him. Because my thing is, Marsau calling out Wanda was more shit that she's done to him than what she's done to Mel or even Kimmy, because she is fussed with him for no apparent reason. So I don't blame Marsau for bringing up what he's experienced with Wanda, just showing how she's done it to everybody here, wife. So before you fuck up our bag and our job around here, stop defending your mama when it's not just Mel who's had an issue with her. It's also me and your sister-in-law. And Martell. It really, really is. And if Tisha can let that part go, as Mel and Martell, and they all like, Wanda can't really be around like that. I don't want her around me. If they can keep Wanda somewhere else, and Wanda only films when she's talking to Tisha and Marsau, that would keep a lot of bullshit down, in my opinion. So now, if they take Wanda out the equation, you know what I'm saying, that's going to leave Destiny. And truth, believe me, Destiny is going to keep causing bullshit. I can feel it in my bones. I can feel it in my bones. You hear me? And Maurice saying how, look, we need to set boundaries. Okay, the main, because this is the thing. Stormy, Tiffany, Destiny are all friend ofs. No tea, no shade. They don't matter on the show like that. You know what I'm saying? These are the original 6. If we can get scenes with the majority of them together, I would love it. Now, I would love, you know what I'm saying, for Stormy to be around. If Tiffany can be not so boring, it's cool, whatever. And if Destiny could not be just so full of fucking hate and evil ass, I'm upset energy, I'm cool with her too to be around, okay? But she need to fix that shit. So Maurice, I give them the 6 of us, we need to set boundaries, okay, and about what we post and how we post about each other, okay? And Marsau, so look, moving forward, let's just not talk about each other on social media. I think that's smart. I think it's completely smart for them to not talk about each other on social media. As far as them 6. Now, if Wanda talk cash shit about Mel, how she handles it going forward will be a deciding factor. I don't know. And he like it to the best of our abilities. Let's try to also control the people around us do the same. Meaning we can try to control Mark and Wanda, because the shit they post affects stuff. So to the best we can, let's try to address that. And when Martell asked said in the confessional that that he not gonna talk shit on social, I say Martell, because y'all know since this aired, since this was recorded, Mel and Martell was going back and forth on social media. Now neither of them addressed anyone else sitting here, just each other. Okay. We can say, to the best of our knowledge, that none of them have posted about the other one. I think that's true. But we know for a fact that Martell and Mel was going back and forth because of shit that Martell posted or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like Mel and Martell shit is separate from the group. And in my opinion, seeing them come together here is proof it can be done. It can be done. And I also give them both grace, only because this is their first time like getting along with each other since the divorce. So it's gonna be hiccups. You know, some divorce couples don't get it right, you know what I'm saying, for a little while. So I feel like we can give them like another year or two. You know what I'm saying? Or whatnot. But recently we haven't heard any back and forth between them two. So I'm hoping that since the last spat that we saw on social media, that they have not had any issues since then. I'm hoping that because because we know they take the reunion yesterday. We know we seen Mel's outfit, we seen Tisha's outfit, we seen Stormy outfit. I have Kiki was at the reunion. Miss Wanda was at the reunion, so we're gonna discuss that stuff tomorrow on the gossip chat. Y'all know tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern time, it's gonna be a gossip chat. So I'm gonna discuss, Wanda live of at the reunion stuff or whatever. That'll be tomorrow. But again, this is before a lot of bullshit happened, and it'll probably show us maybe a bit of a fallout, and we'll see at the reunion what it is. This gives me hope. It was nostalgia seeing the six of them together, and they weren't fussing. It was an adult conversation. They were also laughing about little. It was real cute. It was real cute or whatever. So again, I just want to because they all talking about since it's not fighting, and I think that's good. So as someone who's watched, I did not fully watch or pay much attention to season one. I watched it, but I wasn't really invested or whatever. But as I still watched from the beginning, it's great to see them back in the same room together, and it was not a fight. It's great seeing them able to talk it out and even disagree. It was great seeing Marsau say, "Wife, your mom ain't shit." Um, and we just now have to see what happened at the reunion. Maybe since the shit with Mel and Martell happened, they could be on better terms now. You know what I'm saying? Maybe now Destiny may not be so jaded at Mel. I don't know. What I do know is I don't want Destiny bringing her negative ass attitude around Tisha, because Tisha will soak that shit up and get back beefing with Mel, which would cause a divide. I don't want that. Don't want it. But next week, we do see Wanda getting talked to by Marsau and Tisha. We see Mark being talked to by Maurice and Marsau. I was like, it's gonna get spicy. Okay. Girl, I just can't. So I'm happy. It was a good episode to me. It's the starting point. You know what I'm saying? Even seeing them all get up on the table, hugging, laughing, walking out together. That, for folks who've been watching this whole time, is great to see. Because it's been a long time since we've seen that. Okay. But other than that, y'all, that was all that it was. So again, tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow we will be live for, what time is it? I think I said it's 5 o'clock. I'm not mistaken. I think it's 5 o'clock. So again, tomorrow, 5 o'clock. I'm going to my channel now. I'll show y'all what it is, because I did not download the thing. So tomorrow, okay, 5 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure to be around here for Sunday shenanigans. Okay, I'm gonna cover, the stuff we have seen from the reunion, some Cardi B shit, Tasha K going there, Meg Stallion, and all that craziness. Okay, and whatever else I can think of that we will discuss tomorrow at 5 p.m. round here. Okay, I love it. I love it. Um, Mel walking in and hugging Tisha shows she's not annoying. Mel, in my opinion, don't mind being cordial. So I think Mel's issue has always been, if I'm telling y'all what's pissing me off, and y'all making it seem as if that ain't what happened, but it's what happened, I'm mad. And I'm going to say that. But I'm not trying to fight your mama. So I feel like even when Mel walked into Destiny, hey Destiny, Mel was walking in nice. Now whether she's being snoop, whatever, that's to be, determine how people feel. But I feel like Mel has no issue working with these folks, having to be around these folks. I also feel like Mel returns now. She does now. Mel returns with whatever it is she gets, she reciprocates. And I think people are not used to her doing that. Mel usually, either did not say shit or she would passively aggressively ignore stuff. And I think this time she's matching energy. And she said that earlier on, like, I'm not ignoring shit no more. I'm done ignoring shit. I'm gonna do what it is. And I think it's a new Mel that some folk don't like, and that does not mean Mel. And it's people make it seem as if some YouTubers feel like Mel is innocent, and we don't. But I can respect somebody not allowing somebody else's bullshit to affect their energy by just not engaging. And by hey, and then letting it go and leaving it be. So I can respect that. So I'm team JayLeesCorner. But at the end of the day, Tisha's a fucking fool for defending her mama without knowing what her mama said when we are seeing what she said and holding on to that. That's the gotcha. But people like to make Mel out to be the villain. And I'm like, Mel is not the villain. No one on this show is innocent. No one on this show is innocent. However, Mel is not a villain. She can't be the villain if she's having time ain't even filming with y'all. That be the crazy part. The fact that Destiny told Tiffany that Mel caused all the bullshit at Badani showed you how they try to make Mel out to be the villain. And sometimes she is not the villain. Sometimes shit just be happening. And it is what it is. And no one has to like Mel or dislike Mel or like whoever. Or you know what I'm saying? You don't have to like or dislike somebody to see what's going on and just form your own opinion. Because it's all in this opinion. So some folks who just do not like Mel for whatever their reasons are feel like anybody else who defends Mel must be a millimeter, whatever, or they're biased. I'm like, no, because when Mel do dumb shit, we call her out. Well, at least I do. Anyway, that's all. Okay. I will see y'all tomorrow at 5 p.m. We will have a good old little talk. Okay. I have some stuff to show y'all. So do not forget to like the video, to comment in the comment section, to subscribe to my channel. Okay. To follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG and also on Twitter. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Have a good rest of y'all nights. Okay. Be peaceful, be loving, be safe, and all that stuff. I gotta go. Bye.